let us go into Bexley in South London, the Borough of Bexley in South London. And this will include Sidcup, Erith, Bexley Heath, Crayford, Welling, as well as Old Bexley. So what is dating like in Bexley in South London? Well, it is an underrated borough, perhaps because nobody really visits it. Outside of Bexley, few people actually go to Bexley. When men go to South London for nights out, they tend to stay around Lewisham and the Greenwich area. So, Bexley remains quite a hidden gem. You need buses and a car to move around Bexley efficiently. And thank goodness that you did, because, whisper it, the women in Bexley are decent. Yeah, decent. As aforementioned, not a lot of people come into these parts of London. They don't really go into Bexley to socialise. Who have you ever heard go to Sidcup or Erith or Bexley Heath to socialise? Most of those parts of Bexley are residential. And most of its residents leave for work in the morning and then return in the evening. Pre-coronavirus crisis, of course. The women in Bexley need not try too hard to get male attention in smaller bubbles, in smaller pockets and smaller areas. They don't need to try too hard to get attention. Wherefore, they're prone to getting a little above themselves in terms of how they value themselves. Nevertheless, they do tend to be loyal to the good men that they have around them. Incidentally, there are also over 80 parks and woodlands in Bexley. So there are always places where you can go and walk or go for a stroll or meet up or have a meet and greet casually, desultorily. And if you do decide to settle there, Bexley is actually a place where you can live for the foreseeable future. Very familial. Very open, very green. The average attractiveness level in Bexley is, say, a 5 out of 10. Average to slightly above average. However, once women step out of Bexley and go to, for example, Stratford or Central London, then they tend to get a reality check, because where there are 5 or 6 in Bexley, when they get to Stratford or Central London and see the women there, they can quite easily drop down to a 4. Nevertheless, if you're looking for something long term, something for the foreseeable future, especially if you're white, Bexley is a good place to date. Precisely because family and relationship values hold so strong here, even amongst the 7.9% of blacks living in Bexley, that, to reiterate, it is a very good place to settle down with a homely, family-orientated girl. As a man, your only worry would be if your girl gets too drunk on a night out in Elton or New Elton. But generally, every race in Bexley goes with their own, with success. So, thumbs up.